My name is Jonathan Slade, and I'm an assistant professor at UC San Diego in chemistry. One thing that my group studies is atmospheric aerosols, which are suspended particulate matter in the air. So when a particle gets emitted into the atmosphere, how long is it going to live in the environment? How long is it going to stay in the atmosphere? Think of windblown dust, pollen grains, volcanic ash. Another source can be sea spray particles, sea spray aerosols. So I got into the research through an interest of my own, which was studying contaminants in the environment, and specifically contaminants that are present in the ocean and that get into the air in sea spray aerosol particles. I asked my former PhD student, Adam Cooper, who's the lead author on this publication, if he would be interested in joining up for this team effort, this study. We worked with the Prather lab and sampling, collecting and analyzing these aerosol and water samples. The main research findings, though there's several. One is we found that many of these industrial materials and chemical wastes that get into the Tijuana River do in fact transfer into the Pacific Ocean at the outflow of the Tijuana River, so near Imperial Beach and Borderfield. We also note that it does transfer along the coast all the way up to Scripps Institution of Oceanography, La Jolla Shores, or in the vicinity. And the way we did that was by tracing wastewater present in the Tijuana River, and we did that through analyzing this metabolite of cocaine, this compound called benzoyl-9 in the liver. Those who use cocaine excrete it in urine, so it ends up in our wastewater stream. It's been well studied in terms of water quality research as a stable tracer in the environment. And so knowing that, we've thought that, well, if we see this both in the water and in the air, we know that if it's in the air, it must have come from sewage water somewhere. We correlated this benzoyl-9 tracer to a number of different chemical pollutants, targeted chemical pollutants. These are representative molecules of illicit drugs, for example, methamphetamine, also cocaine. We also targeted a number of different pharmaceutical drugs, also personal care products like sunscreen compounds. We also traced chemicals used in the manufacturing of rubber and tires. We don't know what health effects this can have, acutely or chronic, but we know that people are being exposed to these pollutants and aerosols. The hope is that drives more action and collaboration. That's one of the issues, is how do we improve infrastructure and wastewater treatment in the Tijuana River? And so I recall when we first started writing this paper, reading about EPA's commitment of $300 million to improving infrastructure in the Tijuana River estuary region. And there's been also discussions about diverting the flow, improving facilities in the southern San Diego region and in Mexico to improve wastewater treatment. And I hope that it brings together the proper agencies, the San Diego government officials and Mexican officials for cross-collaboration on how to treat this problem, and also working with our national agencies like the Environmental Protection Agency.